This is Key Vocabulary for Area of Study 1, Musical Forms and Devices. This is for questions 1 and 2. So first word, repetition. If you hear anything repeated, write down repetition. A contrast. Contrast is when you hear two sections. One might be fast, lively and happy. Another would be sad and slow. They are contrasting sections. An anacrusis. An anacrusis is a pick-up note or pick-up notes before the main beat of the bar. So a couple of notes before the main beat is an anacrusis. Imitation. If you hear two instruments and one copies another, a bit like repetition, but imitation is between two instruments where one copies another. A sequence. A sequence is an idea repeated at different pitches. By itself, it is just a theme, a motif, an idea, a melody, but repeat it, and that is a sequence. An ostinato is a repeated pattern. It could be a rhythmic ostinato with drums, or it could be a melodic ostinato with a tune. In a rock band, you would call an ostinato a riff, a bass riff. On a computer, it would be called a loop. Syncopation. Syncopation is off-beat. Music is either on the beat or off the beat, so you should be able to use syncopation throughout the whole exam paper. Syncopated rhythm, off-beat. Dotted rhythms. The most important dotted rhythm is a dotted quaver and a semiquaver, because that gets you a swing rhythm. Da, da. So that rhythm is if it's repeated. A drone is a long-held sound. A drone, we've also got pedal beside that. Pedal is a long-held sound as well. Whereas drone could be any pitch, pedal is low pitch. So we could do one on the keyboard. And it can be played over and over. And that's a drone. A cannon. A cannon is a round. We've sung rounds before. A round would be where three people sing row, row, row your boat, each coming in after a few seconds, so the same song being sung in layers. A canon is several instruments playing the same tune at staggered times, one coming in after the other. Conjunct and disjunct. Conjunct is notes joined together by step. Disjunct is when you leap over notes. Disjunct, disjoint. Yep. Conjunct. Most tunes are conjunct with the odd disjunct, or steps and leaps. Ornamentation. If you're asked what type of ornament it is, it's most likely going to be a trill. It could be a glissando. A broken chord or arpeggio is when you have a chord, but you play the notes one at a time. That's an arpeggio or a broken chord. Now after that we have an Alberti bass. Alberti bass is a specific type of arpeggio where instead of playing low, middle, top, middle, low, middle, top, middle, you play low, high, middle, high. Okay. Regular phrasing. A phrase is a musical sentence. So if you did there's one phrase. There's a second phrase. And a third phrase. So musical sentences, phrasing. Melodic and rhythmic motifs. A motif is a tune. We've already done that. A leitmotif is a specific tune for a character, such as the Darth Vader theme. Leitmotif. Simple chord progressions and cadences. We'll do simple chord progressions first. Simple chord progression could be C chord, F chord, G chord, C. Chord progressions. And cadences, we have the perfect cadence that goes from a G chord to C. We have the imperfect cadence, which goes from a C to a G. We have the interrupted cadence. The interrupted interrupts because it goes to a minor chord. And the last one is the plagal cadence, which is the Amen cadence. Amen. Okay. Modulation. Modulation means to change key. When you hear a pop song and you hear near the last chorus of a pop song, it feels like the music went a little bit higher. That is modulated, changed key. Modulation to dominant and relative minor. It's going from a major key, using major scale and major chords, to a minor key. From major to minor.